1v1 level best of one. Oh goodness! All right, we have a ready from Dave Smith, I believe
Snipe is ready. He's been ready for God knows how long.
We have a full-on. We have a full-on ready now from Snipe.
And we're counting down in 3, 2, 1, go!
And Snipe had an interesting anecdote as we get started here. He, like for DrMC, completely changed his play style to get a 1 seed and take the 2 seed from me. But that's another discussion for another day. But we're waiting on Snipe to get started. So it's going to be a bit of a discrepancy in time here.
Yeah. Should not be anything to worry about once Snipe gets underway. Okay, it looks like we might have some feed issue. If he's playing, he's playing.
We're going to let Dave Smith continue his run.
Yeah.
But it looks like we may have stream issues with Snipe. There he goes.
Okay. Yeah, here we go. He's off.
He's off now. And it looks like we're still having feed issues. We'll get those worked out, but meanwhile, a good start here for Dave Smith, as he says it's time to absolutely crush this level. He's looking for that triple horizontal. He made a bit of a course correction on that, but also has that backup horizontal clear for that red. It cleared out a whole bunch of his board. We're going to see so much of that from Dave Smith as he is
and he's got everything in a really good spot.
He is an absolute home run combo player. And we're going to see that in space. I mean, one of the things I do want to see at some point, I don't know if they've played each other, but Dave Smith versus Chris Bidwell, that's going to be an exciting thing to watch, because it's just going to be uppercuts of full.
Yeah, that will just be a big pill throwing brawl if that ever happens.
Meanwhile, a red heavy board right now for Snipe. He's got about a dozen viruses to go, and he's not by any means behind. Definitely keeping strong. He's got that garbage in column 1 he's got to deal with. And it does look like he is having some stream issues. We're getting those worked out.
That's all right. We always say, even if your stream is kind of in kaputs, just keep playing.
Just keep playing. That's right. 13 viruses to go for Dave Smith. We're really seeing him play a speed style we're not used to seeing him play. He likes to play a little casually and really really focus on those combos. We're not seeing that from him today.
Yeah, he seems like he's in a very serious mode right now, playing very aggressively. I think he's probably in a space where he really wants to win.
And a minute 43. So as far as the clock goes, these two similar right now. Again, it's about a 40-second discrepancy between these players, and that's not a big deal. Remember, it's not a race to finish first as far as when we signal for the start. It's the final time. So even if Dave Smith were to finish first here, and as we've seen previously in this tournament, as the pause hits Dave Smith there, we're seeing Snipe with 20 viruses to go. It was about a 253 for Dave Smith out of 7, Ethan.
Yeah, and looks like Snipe is on a pretty good pace himself. He's down to 17 viruses in level 7, and he's making good use of junk. And you can see that advanced placement he's putting up in the center area. He's setting up for a good couple of combos once that gets out of the way. There it goes.
Snipe with a big drop.
But now he's going to have a very yellow-heavy board.
Snipe very good at setting up those combos, too. And I think that just comes from his play style in Versus. He's really... And that's the interesting thing. It's Versus and Speed are similar but different. Because, I mean, there's the basic elements there, clear everything, garbage management, and that's a big part of Versus play as well, when you're forced to garbage. But, you don't really see as much speed play. But combos in space is something that you definitely see in both modes of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're now in Versus mode. You're having to deal with garbage being sent to you by the other player. In this case, it's forced garbage plays that you have to make because you have no place to put any pieces.
Absolutely. We're seeing a bit of a combo play here from Dave Smith. I really like that combo in minimal space.
Snipe got out of 7 at about a 337, so he's looking pretty good.
He's looking good. These players at about the same time as Dave Smith, just trying to get out of 8 here. And I think he's trying to set up an underclear. Ooh, misplayed it.
Ooh, yeah, that was a misflip there. But he's got a horizontal setup there on that left side,
and he's definitely looking at a course correction right here, and is going to really do damage on that side. But gets that red out of column number 6, and then this cross cleared. This
that is
so
beautiful.
Good at. And he's out at about a 457.
Yeah, that looks about right. So we're looking to see where Snipe will be at that time. It's probably going to be in about 30 seconds. And that'll kind of give us a ballpark of where they are in comparison to each other.
And I like Snipe's endgame here. He's making good calls, trying to start working on that right corner and just get it out of the way. And he's got a reward for him if he can get to it, because you've got that block. And that means a zero drop quad clear. But I think he's going to play the drop and get rid of those reds, which probably is the right call. It's always satisfying to get that quad block clear, but it's all about time. And it looks like it's going to be about, I want to say 5:10. Let's see how these blues go before we make that call. But the time advantage definitely in favor of Dave Smith says in this first game.
Yeah, he's out at about a 5:13, so he's, if by the looks of it, he was about 7 or 8 viruses behind.
That's a pretty good indication, I would say there. Looking at Dave Smith's board, though, he's already more than halfway through and really has good early setups. He's so good at that. That L clear is huge. He's got garbage, but I know he will deal with that quickly and efficiently.
Snipe is playing really close to the top there. He got lucky, managed to get out.
Snipe, 30 viruses to go, 5 minutes, 45 seconds on his clock, and now we're starting to see Dave Smith's other big strength is under clears, because he knows with those combo plays, you've got to look at every direction. He's working on clearing that garbage in 1, and now he's in a good situation to clear it, just needs a yellow-red. And also...
everything looks really good here.
You also see that he's, given himself multiple options for
God, fortune smiles upon him.
56. So we're going to let the time run down. It's about 40 seconds for Snipe. He's going to have to play hard to get there, as he is now about 30 seconds away on his timer. Let's see what he does here.
He's still playing it out. He's got 19 to go.
It's not looking good for him right now, as we see him getting some stuff cleared out. 6:39. He's got about 15 seconds now, and it doesn't look like
he's got to do one every second. I don't think it's going to happen here.
We've still got to let the timer run out regardless. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is time. 9 with 11 to go at 6 minutes 56 seconds. Dave Smith says, with a early victory over the world champ at versus Snipe.
That was a good game though. Snipe kept it really close. Just gonna refresh streams here. Yeah, it looks like he's still gonna play this out.
And good for him.
Yeah, always at least finish your work if you're not too far away. At least give yourself a gauge to see how far you kind of have to be.
And Snipe just about out here. We'd love to see a sub 8.
Oh, he's gonna have to get a good RNG here.
He's gonna get it. He's gonna get that sub 8. Watch him get that sub 8 right now. It's 49.50.
He's gonna get it. All right. Looks like it's gonna be a 752, 753.
We'll call it a 752. So 1-0 in favor of Dave Smith says. Do we have another upset on our hands? We'll have to find out. We start game number 2 here in just a few moments.
All right, we're getting everybody back into ready spot. Snipe just needs to reset his timer.
Hold, we're not starting yet. Hold, we are not starting yet. I want to make sure that timer's reset. Okay, timer's reset. We're good to go.
All right, yeah, we're good. You guys can go ahead and go.
I think Snipe's on a bit of a lag, so
Possibly. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that. So that also might explain why we're having to wait until see when he starts here. So nothing to worry about here. Everything is A-okay. Trust me, I totally get, internet providers are not necessarily the greatest things on the planet.
Okay, Snipe's off. About a 40-second discrepancy between these players. And Dave Smith setting up something big.
He's setting up a big hero combo, but it really only cleared a little bit of garbage. Didn't really do much.
Now he's starting to work on clears. He's down to 11, less than a minute into round 1. Taking a look at Snipe's board. Snipe is at about 15 seconds and 19 viruses. We're going to see this jump around. And I don't think there's going to be major issue. We will likely watch the stream back just to make sure. I don't think it's a major issue, but look at Dave Smith right now, Ethan.
Yeah, he's doing a fantastic job, playing very efficiently. Out at a 128. And of course, doing the pause buffer, like most of us do. And already off to a hot start in level 7. Looking at Snipe, he's already down to less than 10 viruses.
With under a minute elapsed so far, and we're seeing him make good drop plays. Right now at a minute 1, 7 viruses to go. He's got to be at that minute 27, minute 30 mark, optimal for him. Having those 2 reds sandwiched between those 2 blues is something he's going to be forced to have to work around.
Unfortunately, yeah. Looks like he's going to get a horizontal for the blue.
And it looks like he's committed to that double blue horizontal, and he's going to tuck the double yellows. And he's actually out at about a faster, actually right around the same time. About a minute 27, minute 28. So these players even up so far through 6. As Dave Smith setting up for some more trouble. I think he's waiting for a double blue. He's going to get it. Didn't do much on his board. It dropped everything down a level, and he was playing a bit dangerously. Yeah,
that was pretty precarious, and he's going to... It looked like he was going to try to do a horizontal clear for that blue virus. Looks like he's abandoned that.
His other big issue right now is he has 3 yellow viruses left, and they are all buried. They are in rows 4 and rows 4 and 1. So he's trying to clear everything out. And now you see him. He's going to be working through his cluster in the center of his board. Meanwhile, Snipe down to 18 viruses. By virus count, he might even be catching up, trying to force that third game. Snipe a very, very good player, as we've seen many a time.
Absolutely.
Dave Smith getting a bit hung up now. He's got to start making moves. I don't know the play with that double blue, but
I think that might have been a bit of an error. I don't know if he was trying to maybe do a little tuck and a swim underneath, but I think that little scuba diving trip did not work out.
Neither did that joke. But anyways, we're on here. 9 viruses to 8. So now as far as time goes, Dave Smith struggling in 7. And by virus count, Snipe has taken the lead, which means very clearly he has taken the lead by time. But look at what Dave Smith is about to do, dropping another big hero combo. He's now down to 2, but it's 4 viruses, 3 viruses for Snipe now. But he is a bit buried in his corner.
Yeah, but he's gonna be able to dig. Looks like Dave Smith's gonna dig out.
Dave out at 355.
And Snipe's getting the pieces he needs, so he's not going to be too far behind. He's out at 316.
So Snipe in the lead right now. And
Snipe doing a great job right now picking up the pace.
And once again, remember, Snipe started about 40 some seconds after Dave did. So it's by time. It's not by who finishes first. Even though Snipe making a massive comeback right now, and I'm seeing a big play from him, a big drop combo. He's down to 22 viruses, but here comes Dave Smith. Dave Smith playing like a man possessed again, as he is a great tuck clear from Dave Smith, and he's down to 16 to Snipe's 19. Snipe struggling a little bit through 8.
Yeah, Dave Smith doing a great job. He's going to have to focus on that right side in a little bit, and he's doing just that.
Brilliant tuck triple from Dave Smith there, as he is down to his last 7 viruses. He's making up that time he lost in a big, big way, and gets the double yellow at an opportune moment. I like.
Oh my goodness! The pieces are just smiling at him at this point. He's going to get a nice 0 drop there.
So
just needs 3 more blues, and he's getting them out at 14.
So he's making up time, but again, it's not who finishes first; it's the better time. And right now, Snipe's closing in. He's going to get it at right around a 440. He's not getting the RNG.
Once yellow pops in, out at 447.
So these players not too far behind from one another, but Snipe has the lead as far as the clock goes. As both players now in 9, it's going to come down to these last few plays.
Yeah, and this is going to be, intense going down to the wire. Dave Smith he needs to pump up the aggression a little bit. That long delay drop, I mean, it's helpful, but it's just going to give Snipe more chance to catch up.
And we're seeing Dave Smith set up another big hero.
Oh, and he misflipped.
He did misflip in the corner. That's going to slow him down a bit. Not too critical of an error. He can address it.
No, that is very fixable. And he's he's doing the right things there. He'll get a nice double out of it, but I saw what he was trying to do, and it looked like he flipped it one too many times there.
And it happens to the best of us. Meanwhile, that's given Snipe a lot of time to catch up. 5 minutes, 42 seconds for Snipe. And really at this point, Dave Smith knows he's got to finish a lot faster than that. He knows that the clock is in favor of Snipe right now, and it is 12 viruses to 13. It is now the last 6 minutes for both players, as both players down to about a dozen viruses. All Dave Smith can do is watch at this point as he's down to 6, but a really clean endgame. I like his endgame board, and that double yellow makes it even prettier. He's just
absolutely
got 4 blues and a red, and he is out. But it's going to come down to what Snipe does here. 1 virus to go, and Snipe could very well.
Oh, come on! Where's the blue?
Where's the blue?
Where's the blue?
There's 1 blue. I know the chat praying for blue.
He'll get it. He's out at 7:14.
7:14. That's the mark that Snipe needs to achieve. And he's got a pretty clean endgame himself. It looks a little messy in the center, but the center's irrelevant to what he needs to do right now. But it is 6 minutes, 43 seconds. It's all going to be on RNG, how he clears these last 2 out. 6:47.
He's got the right pieces for it.
He just needs 1 of each color. He needs a blue, and he's out. Is he going to get it? Is RNG going to get him out of this? And it will.
You'll get it! 6:58!
So Snipe taking game number 2. We are going to a game 3. Incredibly close match. And again, this is the 5th match where it has gone 3 games. So the seeding's really reflective of how much just heart these players have. It is 1-1. Dave Smith says, and Snipe 06 going to a game 3.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be exciting.
We're just gonna take a moment here to address the connection issue as we get players ready for a reset. But we're going to a game 3 here, and we could have another upset. The winner of this facing Packy, and I know that's going to be a tall task in and of itself. Snipe holding is ready back for a second. So we are not ready. Okay, ready now. Dave Smith not ready and ready. Okay, great.
Okay, so we need Snipe in ready position actually.
Oh, hold. Okay, we have a go. We will see if Snipe. And again, there is a bit of a lag on Snipe's part, so...
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
But while we get that worked out, let's take a look at Dave Smith. Dave Smith starting up again. I think Snipe is just going...
Yeah, Snipe is just topping out and getting ready.
And we will see him start his game now.
Hopefully.
And... it's interesting that we say that it's a 40-second lag because Dave Smith is blazing through 6 right now.
All right, and Snipe is off. His timer did not go, but he started off at about 45 seconds.
45 seconds, so no no big deal there. We'll go back to the tape if we need to. And
we'll
I'm sure
do math.
one of our helpful adjudicators in chat will give us a definite time that those two players started apart. But right now, it was down to the last few viruses, and now he's just not getting the yellow he needs. But Dave Smith was absolutely blazing through this 6 until the RNG Nation attacked.
Yeah, RNG has, oh my goodness, so much red-blue. It's just insane.
Oh, no,
he didn't place. Oh, wow, that is habit.
Yellow.
That was a force of habit there.
It's one of those things you don't think about.
Yeah.
And now he's got additional drop.
Had a little bit of a chain there, but he's out at 137.
Out at a minute 37. So
Snipe with a nice looking board too. If he horizontal clears that blue virus there in row 3, that'll lead to a nice little chain.
Making a quick note here. All right, so at the 2-minute mark, it appears that it's 25 viruses. Dave Smith struggling a little bit on 7. Snipe will be out at a pretty good time here. He just needs 2 reds to drop.
Yeah, he'll get them.
He'll have it, and he'll have it at...
It'll be about a 2:19.
As far as the clock goes, you got to remember there's a 45-second discrepancy, so about a minute 45, minute 50 for Snipe.
So I think based on that, Snipe is falling a little behind right now.
Dave Smith opening up his 7. He does have that 1 yellow virus that's in a very awkward situation that he's going to have to take care of. Dave Smith with a bit of a course correction. I think that was a good call for that double blue.
Yeah.
And it looks like Snipe struggling a little bit early on in 7 as well.
Yeah, both of them having a little difficulty with their boards, having to deal with some garbage for Snipe in column 2. Yeah, he's going to have... It's going to be very heavy on blues and reds right now. Not anything to open up for yellows right now, but...
So 135 for Snipe. Thank you, Mrs. Tiggs28. Appreciate all of our chat helping out with situations like this. And it's nothing against the players. Human error is inevitable. And it's a 327 for Dave Smith says. As Dave Smith into level 8. Remember, this is game 3. There is no game 4. Whoever wins this will advance to round 2 and take on Packy. Some players say that isn't a special prize, but I disagree with them vehemently. Dave Smith made a bit of a course correction. Didn't want the drop play. Might have been a good call. Now forcing a bit of garbage. Interesting decision there. And Snipe down to his final 4 viruses here. On level number 7, he's just getting him out. He needs.
If he gets a double yellow, that'd be perfect.
Double yellow is optimal, but not necessary. And he's going to go for the drop play. That's going to cost him some time, but he's out at 4 minutes and 20 seconds. And as far as the time go, even with that discrepancy, Dave Smith in a bit of a lead right now.
Yeah, Dave Smith is in the lead. He popped out. If we're taking the delay into consideration. If Snipe wanted to get ahead, he would have had to get out at a 4:09. And so he is falling behind.
Dimwit telling me there is a 42-second discrepancy, and I will trust his judgment on that. So
yeah, that's why I have pen and paper.
That's what I have it too. Meanwhile, Dave Smith down to single-digit viruses, and good call, course correcting for that tuck double. And it is at the 5-minute mark. It looks like Dave Smith's starting to really make some separation with this. But we see Snipe setting up something big. Watch this drop. This is an excellent play. And he's going to clear some viruses out. Good setup to clear the remaining garbage. Excellent decision making there. 3 viruses to go for Dave Smith says. Interesting.
Why didn't Dave put that on the left?
Interesting. He didn't put that double in column 8. That seems
like that was the right move.
Play. Now he's stuck. He's stuck with that RNG. We saw this happen in another level with Dave
Smith.
He'll
get out at 5:29.
So he has a pretty good situation going for him. He is in the lead as far as the clock goes, but we're going to see how Snipe goes through 8, and Snipe seems to be buzzsawing right through level 8.
So far he is. Now looking at the math right now, if Snipe is out of 8, by the time Dave Smith's clock says 6:11, he'll be even.
According to my math, yeah, that does seem about right. 6 minutes, 11 seconds, and that would put Snipe in the lead.
Doesn't have that much to go.
Not a very clean endgame situation though, and that may be the downfall here for Snipe. Dave Smith playing with fire though, he might top out. No, he is going to drop. Look at this drop play, beautiful drop play.
That was so close.
And he is down to 24 viruses, and we have passed the 6 minute 11 mark, and Snipe's still on 8. So not a good situation for Snipe to be in. But again, this is going to be something where we just have to sit back and watch. It's about a 6:28, so it's about a minute between these two players.
It's a difference. It's going to be a difference of 17 seconds. So it's still very close. If Dave Smith gets slowed down, that'll give Snipe a great opportunity to catch up and take this game.
And Dave Smith having a bit of a problem on 9. He's got to work out of that corner. And really, I think he's starting to force some plays that may not necessarily be the right ones.
I can see what he's doing for that top row there for the horizontal blue. He's trying to set up a bit of a monster combo there, and no blues are coming along, which is just going to really aggravate things. There's one.
There's that.
He'll get the combo, but at what cost?
He drops the garbage down a bit, but yeah, again, at what cost? He does get a drop combo there. He's got 16 to go, but it's 8 viruses. That's not the situation you want to be in with that much time. 17 seconds between you and your opponent right now.
And it looks like Snipe is catching up.
Snipe is catching up, and Snipe has a very, very clean board right now. But we do see the garbage management now coming into play for Dave Smith. He's just really he needs reds. If he can get reds, he can really start to surge through this level. He gets a double horizontal, and there's the red that he needs. He's down to 10 viruses, but it's looking like Snipe's going to come back and steal this one.
Snipe is basically ahead right now. He looks pretty good.
And he's going to do that tuck double, and
it looks like there was a misflip there in column 2 by Dave Smith.
That may be all she wrote for Dave Smith. 9 viruses to 5. We may not need to verify the time, as it looks like Dave Smith might have gotten a little too ambitious.
He's getting desperate now. He's trying to clear out all that garbage,
and it's just
Snipe needs one more blue.
Will advance at 8:27 on the clock of Dave Smith, so we'll get an official time.
I am getting it. Stand by.
I believe, if my math is correct, it would be a 7:45. I believe that would be the time. A 7:45 for Snipe and 8:45 for Dave Smith says. I think those what the times would be. We will get confirmation on that, but
it's a 7:25.
7:25. I don't think that's right, but we'll check the math on that. But it is verifiable. Snipe finished first and started behind. Snipe is the winner. Snipe will be advancing to round 2. Whatever happened according to my calculations. I want to make sure that we are 100% correct, and I think having multiple eyes and people who do the math better than I can will give, and I generally trust the contributions of that. But Snipe does win in a very, very nail-biting match, both in terms of internet connection and skill. It'll be Packy Snipe, and that'll be a rematch that we'll see in a little bit. But we've got one more round 1 match to address, and that is Leviticus and Snapdragon 64. John Nash saying arithmetic, the real final boss here.
Oh, you are so right.